I had a good time doing absolutely nothing. No, I was handling some business last night. To everybody, who gonna be in Atlanta tomorrow? Me. Who gonna be? If you in Atlanta, say something. We'll be in Mableton, Georgia. If you live in Georgia, that's right outside of Atlanta, huh? Okay, friend, that's fine. Yes. Y'all missed me last night. Y'all know how to make a girl blush. Y'all know how to make a girl blush. All right, friends. Well, let's get into it. I'm not gonna keep y'all holding any longer. Good afternoon. Hey, Bearded King. I'm gonna say this to say that to Bearded King. And don't y'all all go running over to his profile with your thirsty asses. Bearded King, you cannot be leaving smiley faces and all that kind of stuff on my profile. You know what I'm saying? After the reading that I gave you. You can't be doing that. That makes no sense. Okay. Okay, you actually have my direct, you got my real, not my real phone number, you got my personal phone number. So you can't be leaving smiley faces and you know, googly eyes I did a reading for you and you were good with that reading, okay? Now, if you want to flirt with me, just go ahead and flirt with me and let's just get it over with, all right? Okay? Yeah, you can text me or something. If you want to flirt, then go ahead and flirt. Now, we both know I'm not the one for you. No, the reason why, because he said he had a question for me. So I just called him off my iPhone. Now, we both know I'm not the one for you, but I can be the one for you next week. Okay? I'll be in your area March 3rd. All right, y'all. Let's go. 48 Laws of Power. How you doing? Okay? I can be the one for you on the 3rd. Wink, wink. Stink, stink. Okay? Play with somebody else, but don't what? Play with me. No, really, I will be in his area March 3rd. What do you walk into? What do you walk into? Straight macking. You walked into some straight macking. I'm not about to play. I'm not about to play with these men on the tick of the talk. Huh? Okay, but anyway, let's get into it, y'all. What do y'all think? How did y'all like yesterday's law? Yesterday's law. Oh, listen. This law that we about to go through right now, I'm not about to play with nobody daddy on TikTok. Now you want you some over here you like, that's a big man. You look like, I mean, he probably can't pick me up. He probably can't pick me up, but he can, you know, he could push me a little bit, but he couldn't pick me up. That's a big man. Now, you know. You want to see what they used to call me Dirty Red back in the day? Go ahead and use that phone number. Okay? Go ahead and use that phone number. But you say I'm a funny woman. Where are you from? I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. You know, I'm just saying. Y'all, let's get back into the power. I just told y'all I won't go. Where's the gavel at? Too much, Coach Misty. Too much. I had to gavel my damn self. Too much on this man. I'm just saying, listen. One thing about the thing, two things for sure. I am not. What's up, Annette? Listen, I'm not about to play with nobody's son. Daddy, I just said I gotta focus, right? Okay, we about to focus because we gotta get off of here because I gotta go to the dentist. I'm tired of talking with these fake teeth in my mouth. They're not dentures. Look at y'all. Some of y'all getting excited. Like, okay, no, they don't come out, huh? No, this is not a drop top convertible. I just want my real veneers in my mouth, okay? And I ordered them a shade lighter than. Okay, focus. Bearded King, don't come for me. You can't tell me what to do yet, Daddy. I don't know. I don't. Anyway, I was about to go left. Okay, you can't tell me what to do until I know what you can do. Okay, what that thing? Okay. Oh, where's Kenosha when you need her? Hi, let's start over. Let's rewind this stuff. I ain't doing no questions today, Sugar Mama. You know, why do y'all come on here ask me if I'm going to do a question in the middle of the day? I'm not reading you. I read books. I read books in the day. I'm not reading y'all, okay? You want to ask a question, you can text me. You can do a text a question on my link tree. You ain't going to get no reading today, okay? You said not too much? All right. Law number 11. Welcome to Midday Manifest Law. Now, because Shay, okay, number 11. It says, learn to keep people dependent on you. Hello. Learn to keep people dependent on you. Okay. Okay. What's your question then, Sugar Mama? You said you don't want me to read you. What's the question? I'm gonna be on tonight. I didn't have some, well, can't say that. I had some tea called throat coat. I drank some tea yesterday called throat coat. Now, that's the name of the tea. I'll go get the box. It's at your local grocery store, but I had some tea called throat coat yesterday. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. You said you want to know what mediumship refers to in your statement. When you talking about on my site? You talking about mediumship? Because y'all be asking me, is my mother okay? What did my uncle have to say to me? Right? So if you want to talk to somebody, and I'm not conjuring up your dead folks, okay? I'm not conjuring up your dead people. I don't want to have no doggone. I don't want to have no, I'm not up here with no Ouija board or nothing like that. But when you ask about a loved one, and if that person decides to come through, you see what I'm saying? Because I'm not going looking for their ass. If they decide to come through, not only can I tell you something about them, and you ain't got to tell me who it is till we get on the phone. Because if they come through, I'm able to see them. I can see stuff about them. Okay? I can see something about them. So if they come through, I can tell you what they had on before they left this earth. I can tell you something about their face. I can describe them to you. And I'll tell you what message that they have for you. So I don't offer just a straight mediumship thing. I don't do that because your loved ones, what if they just died? Well, can you let them get some rest? Damn, a lot of them, it all depends. And guess what? Some of them could have died 10 years ago and they still don't want to talk to your ass. Okay, they had nothing to say when they was living. They don't want to say nothing now. I had one girl's grandmother was all like, damn, tell her I'm getting some rest. And when I told the woman that, because a lot of times when I talk about this, when I talk about the deceased, and the way they give it to me, I give it to them. And they be like, oh my God, that sounds just like my grandmother. I said, this woman is watching her stories. And she said, oh my God, you would have never known that. She said, thank you. She said, my grandmother loved her stories. You never would have known that. Okay. These people want to just rest. Okay. They better close their eyes and get away from you. Let them rest. Let these people do what they do. Some people don't even know they crossed over yet. Some people are lost, especially if they die tragically. They be lost. They just wandering around because they don't believe what had happened to them. Okay? So that's why some of my readings say this might be great for mediumship. And then you might call for one person and somebody else come through. Okay? So yeah, that's how that works. But let's get to law number 11 because I gotta go. You said your son was murdered, right? So some people, I ain't about to do this. Nope. No. Some people don't even know that they are deceased because they just wandering around. Just because they wandering around. I'm seeing a man that I see a man that is brown skin, and when he passed, he had a sweatshirt on, like a crew neck sweatshirt. I don't like talking about this because then they start coming through. Hold on. So when this man passed, he had on a crew neck sweatshirt. It's a black man. The lady, who do want to say her niece's dad? What did say your nieces? Yeah. So did they tell you what he passed when he passed, what he had on? Hey, how y'all doing? Hold on, y'all. See, that's why I'm like talking about this because people feel like I can come through. I can come. You say no, okay. So people feel like they can come through when I do it. Hold on. Whew. Okay. Ma'am, did he have a low haircut? And did he have his seatbelt on in the car? He been out that night. The club was headed home. Did he have a low haircut? And did he have his seatbelt on in the car? You say yes, he had a low haircut. All right. Thank you. Okay. Are your nieces about the same age? Are your nieces about the same age? I mean, are they close in age? Are your nieces close in age? Are your nieces close in age? Because this man is coming through saying somebody's two little girls. No, I see two little girls that's kind of close in age. 8 and 13 ain't close. That man had on a sweatshirt. It was like a maroon color, something in that family. He had on a seatbelt. He had a nice little gold chain on, like a gold little rope. He would keep it tucked in his shirt sometime. And he said somebody's little girls. And I'm seeing the little girls are they're not too far apart. 8 and 13 is kind of far. I hate when I do this because I'm supposed to be doing Midday Manifest. He wasn't married to the mother, but they were in a long relationship. They wasn't married. All right. Well, listen. We're not about to do. You said he was in a sweater and he was in his Jeep and he had a daughter and the gifts in the car. He says he misses his girl so bad. He took a different route. He took a different route to where he was going. He said if he only would have stayed straight. The accident was caused by somebody turning the wrong way. He said if he only would have stayed straight. Was one of the animals, was one of the gifts like a bear or stuffed animal or something like that in the car? I can only tell you what he's telling me. Y'all, hold on. We're going to get to Midday Manifest. I don't know. I was waiting on this person to say something. They haven't said anything. Well, if they decide to answer, then we would. He is here. You talking about let him come through? He here. Shit, I can describe what he had on. He here. You talking about let him come through? Knock, knock. He showed the fuck up. He here. Okay. It was a Dora. It was a stuffed animal in the back. I saw it. I saw a stuffed animal, and then so I said it was a stuffed something in the back. Yeah. He's very apologetic. Even though it wasn't his fault. You said, I'm telling his mom about you. This is crazy. Yeah, I saw it. I knew it was a stuffed animal. I said some kind of stuffed animal or something in the back. Even though he is, and you're more than welcome. And this is my information, friend. You should go on my website. Tell her just send me a message on my website. Yeah. Here's the deal. I want her to send me a message on my website in the comment section. I am not going to charge her. You hear me? I am not going to charge her just because it came through. I'm never going to give you something and then be like, oh, I'm going to take it back. She got to pay. If she reaches out to me and she wants to know more to connect with her son, what name? He didn't call her mom. He called her something similar to that, but he didn't call her mommy or something like that. If she wants to connect, I will do it for free. Okay. Now he over here crying and laughing at the same time. He said he's been trying to get through to somebody for a long time. Where are you from? Do you guys speak with an accent? Where are you from? Where is he from? No, sir. You can't go back and tell nobody else. Hell no. He talking about let me go tell something. Let me go tell him she open. I ain't open for business like that. Jesus. You go to IamCoachMissy.com and see what I probably won't have no appointments available until after the weekend. Just go to IamCoachMissy.com. He's from New York. He had an accent. Yeah. I said, that man got an accent. Yeah. He laughing and crying at the same time. He's funny. He's talking about he gonna go back and tell the people. He gonna go back and tell the other folks that I can get through to their people. He has a very kind heart. Yeah, he funny. He just keep on saying, yo, bro. You say he's trying to get you. No, I don't want that business. Somebody trying to get me some business. I know that he's a hustler. He's a hustler, but I don't need that type of business. I got stuff I need to do. He's a hustler. He about to rattle me up. He telling them, hey, she can get through. Oh, sir, I'm okay. Thank you. Yeah, I heard his accent. I said, he's somewhere and he got an accent. Yeah. Oh, y'all gonna make me cry. Yeah, he said he misses girls. He misses girls. All right, y'all. Come on, let's get back to it. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yes. Yeah, she said, laughing my ass off. Yes, he was. He's funny. He's a hustler for real because he about to round them up. He talking about get your money. They don't have no spiritual money, sir. They don't have no spiritual money in the afterlife. Oh, my God. I'm crying out of one eye. Like, that's really dope. Thank you for confirming that online for me. I appreciate you. Thank you for being such a good spirit about it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was amazing. Thank you. It's been a while since I let somebody come through and speak through me, but when they come, I have to acknowledge that. So here's the deal. Y'all can book on I Am Coach Misty. Stop asking about y'all loved ones because y'all not going to have a line of folks lining up behind me. He's trying to get them riled up now. I ain't. What in the Spanish Harlem is going on here? You say my gift is changing, girl. I always had that gift. I always had it. I was doing that before, but thank you for recognizing. No, I was doing that before. All right, let's go. Come on, y'all. We got to do now. Law 11. It says learn to keep people dependent on you. Okay. All right. Now listen. If y'all need my booking information or y'all want to bless a girl in the Cash App. He talking about line him up. He didn't went back. He didn't went back about his business. He told me thank you. He said went back about his business. He has the nice manicured hands. He said thank you. He said I'll be back, yo. He said I'll be back. I ain't got no damn shirts. He said I'll be back, yo. Too much on you, sir. Too much on you. Oh God, come on, y'all. Let's talk about this. Now, this is something that when you are listen. I'm just gonna read it and then we're gonna go from there. It says, to maintain your independence, you must always be needed and wanted. He better leave them folks alone. He went on back. Oh my God, I'm still crying. Hold on, y'all. Oh, I'm still crying. It says to maintain your independence, you must always be needed and wanted. How say? Huh? How say? It says the more you relied on, the more freedom you have. Huh? The more you are relied on, the more freedom you have. Look at all the mamas in the crowd talking about how, hell, I got 4 kids at home and I ain't got no freedom. It says make people depend on you for their happiness and prosperity, and you will have nothing to fear. Never teach them enough so that they can do without you. Toxic, maybe? I say so. I'm going to read that again. Make people depend on you for their happiness and prosperity, and you have nothing to fear. Huh? You said he got you in your sister act anointing. What the fuck is this? What do you mean sister act anointing? Friend. Oh, Lord. Let me tell you. Somebody get the new people together in the thing. Let's go ahead and let's have a come to Jesus meeting real quick. Let's go ahead and have a come to Jesus meeting real quick. Some of y'all is new. I know I'll be on the FYP. Okay. I know I'll be on FYP and stuff like that. Praise God to my blessings flow. Let's have a meeting real quick. Okay. If y'all new here, hey, what's going on? My name is Coach Misty. All right. I am spiritually ratchet. I'm intuitive seer. I be knowing. Okay. I know it's the movie, but I'm just saying these people be doing something. I just be knowing. All right. When you come on at noon Central Standard Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we come here to learn. I'm going to teach you some toxic stuff. I'm going to teach you either how to be toxic or I'm going to teach you how to locate the toxic. I'm also going to teach you some good stuff, but we're doing this stuff from 48 Laws of Power. Okay, I'm gonna real quick. This book has been used on you, whether you know it or not. You may never heard of the book. You may have it in your book. Some of y'all high value females, some of y'all bosses will buy the book and put it in your office to make you. How do you locate toxic? I'm about to tell you. Okay, hell, when you came across this live, I'm toxic as hell, but in a good way. So listen, whether you know it or not, tactics out this book has been used on you, whether they were in the job place, whether they were in a relationship, however the bad. Somebody has used this book against you. We are going to go over this book. I'm going to try to do a law a day. Clearly, I'm going to be able to get through this law because we already at 12:34, and I got to stop exactly at 1:10 so I can go ahead to the doggone dentist. Okay, but this book has been used against you. Here's the deal. The reason why I'm teaching, yes, some of the laws can be beneficial. The reason why I'm teaching you these things is because some of y'all need to get a little toxic in your life to take control of your life. Okay, some of y'all need to get back in the front of your life. Some of you all need to recognize what has been done to you so it will not be done again. All right. So thank you for everybody that's following me. So let's go ahead and get into it. Bada boom, bada bing. Make sure you got a drink of water. I'm not going to read the book word for word. We're not doing that. I take out parts. That were beneficial for me or things that I think that you should know. I give them to you and I give you real world examples. Okay. All right. So we said law 11 is learn to keep people dependent on you. It said when you make people dependent on you for their prosperity and their happiness, you have nothing to fear. Never teach them enough so they can do without you. Why do you think some of y'all have been in relationships like that, right? Some of y'all have been in relationships like that. You all have been with somebody who did everything for you, and you feel like, oh my God, this person is the man of my dreams, or maybe the woman of my dreams. But what they really did was they did that to keep you. To keep you. So let's get into it. It says, they always give a story, the transgression of the law. I'm not going to read this, but listen, it said, be the only one who can do what you do. Come on, somebody. Be the only one who can do what you do and make the fate of those who hire you so entwined with yours that they cannot possibly get rid of you. Otherwise, you will someday be forced to cross your own bridge of sighs. Okay? So what they're saying is this. Here's the deal. When people call me for readings, right? Let me just break this down for you. Let me give you, not only is this a real world example, hell, it's my world example. We might be able to knock this out real quick. Let me give you an example. When a lot of people call me for readings, they don't need a reading, they need coaching. They don't need readings, they need coaching. Okay? So if I was only able to give you a reading and just say, oh, this is what you need to do, and leave it at that, I have no solution for you, right? So not only do I provide a reading, if you need coaching, I provide coaching services as well. Another thing, I'm going to take you real far. If you don't know me and you new here, I own a couple businesses, right? I got a financial services business, the coaching and the reading go together. Financial services was taxes, insurance, notary, and then I also have a fitness business, okay? Understand this. We can take care of your financial needs. We can take care of your spiritual needs. We can take care of your emotional needs, and we can take care of your mental needs. And to a certain extent, because I'm not a licensed therapist yet. But here's the deal. And if you come to my class, Hoology, we can take care of some of your physical needs. You feel me? So guess what? When I talk to business owners and they say, you know what, when business owners come to me and say, I need coaching, and they hire me for a coaching session, and I find out they don't have insurance, guess what? Hey, broad, I can sell you some insurance. Okay? You ain't got to go looking for insurance. I can give you quotes, competitor quotes, because I can quote from 30 different carriers. Okay, I can sell you the insurance you need. All right. When people come to me, come on, that's what Daddy said. We indispensable. Huh? You need your taxes done? Great. You bad with money? Let me show you how to budget. I got a spiritual budgeting class. Huh? So I can get you your tax return, budget your tax return, and then you can book me for another reading because now you got extra money. You see how that works? It ain't too much I got to turn somebody away for. It ain't too much I got to refer you for when it comes to mental, spiritual, financial. Okay? Let's get back into it. It says, no one will come to depend on you if you are already strong. If you are ambitious, it is much wiser to seek out weak rulers or masters with whom you can create a relationship of dependency. So here's the deal. If you are looking to make relationships, it says no one will come to depend on you if you are already strong. If you are ambitious, it is much wiser to seek out weak rulers or masters with whom you can create a relationship of dependency. You become their strength, their intelligence, their spine will power you hold. If they get rid of you, the whole edifice will collapse. So I want y'all to use this at work. When you all are trying to move up at work, don't hit your cell phone to the manager. Let's just say you want to become a supervisor. Don't hit your cell phone to the manager who got it all down pat, who know everything. Don't hit your cell phone to the next manager that's going to be a director, because that don't mean they're going to take you with them, right? They already hip. Hit your cell phone to the manager who have issues, the manager who got problems, the manager who don't know how to complete a project. Hit your cell phone to them. Use what you know to help them look better, and then they can't do without you. And once you form that relationship, use that relationship to get what you want, whether it's time off, whether it's less job duties. Now, I'm telling you how to be real toxic here. That's what you do. See, kissing up to the big boss who been there a long time, and kissing up to the person who ain't going nowhere. That's a waste of time. They used to people kissing up, and it's really not respected. But when you hit your cell phone to the person who actually needs your help, y'all got a manager that needs some help. Y'all got a manager that don't know too much. Hit your cell phone to them. They will be forever indebted to you. They'll be forever indebted to you. Then you can have easy street at work. All right. It says necessity rules the world. Okay. Say it again. Necessity rules the world. People rarely act unless compelled to. If you create no need for yourself, then you will be done away with that first opportunity. Necessity rules the world. People rarely act unless compelled to. If you create no need for yourself, then you will be done away with at first opportunity. If, on the other hand, you understand the laws of power and make them depend on you for their welfare, if you can counteract their weakness with your own iron and blood, you will have all the benefits of power without the thorns that come from being a master. That's just what I said. Okay? That's just what I said. If you can hit yourself on to this manager that don't know what they're doing, you can reap all the benefits of having a manager in your back pocket without being the manager. Okay? It says, thus a wise prince will think of ways to keep his citizens of every sort and under every circumstance, depending on the state on him, and then they will always be trustworthy. Okay? Let's talk about the keys to power with this one. All right? It says the ultimate power is the power to get people to do as you wish. When you can do this without having to force or hurt people, okay, it says, hold on. When you can do this without having to force people or hurt them, when they willingly grant you what you desire, then your power is untouchable. The best way to achieve this position is to create a relationship of dependence. I'm going to say that again. The ultimate power is the power to get people to do as you wish. That's it. Okay? When you can do this without having to force people or hurt them, when they willingly grant you your desire, your power is untouchable. All right? It says, do not be one of the many who mistakenly believe that the ultimate form of power is independence. Power involves a relationship between people. You will always need others as allies, pawns, or even as weak masters who serve as your front. What did I just tell y'all? You cannot do this alone. You cannot do this alone. For all my business owners, you cannot do it alone. I'm not telling you to give 50% of your business to somebody. I'm not telling you to bring on an actual partner, but you need a team. It says the ultimate form of power is not independence, okay? Power involves a relationship between people, okay? You're going to need people for allies, sometimes for pawns, or even as a weak master who serves as your front. The best you can hope for is that others will grow so dependent on you that you enjoy a kind of reverse independence. Their need for you frees you. Okay? Thank you for inviting them people. I appreciate you, friend. Their need for you frees you. It says the best you can hope for is that others will grow so dependent on you that they enjoy a kind of reverse independence. Right? Let's talk about that some more. I know some of y'all have been in relationships like that, where a person just come out and do everything for you, and you be like, "Oh my God, this is the best thing I've ever had in my life," not knowing that that person is doing that to keep you around, and they get you. So you see that in a lot of domestic violence situation, a lot of domestic abuse situations, where the person gets so attached. And I'm just gonna say women, not saying that men can't be abused, but I'm just saying women at this point, where women get so attached to the monetarily, to the money and to the lifestyle, that when the husband or the boyfriend flips out and shows his true colors, it's hard for that woman to leave, especially if they have children, because that's their only lifeline. Correct? Thank you so much, friend. That's their only lifeline. Okay? So now you start bargaining with your life. Huh? Is either I stay here and take this abuse, or I go out in the street and have nothing. Right? And they didn't understand how that was happening when it was happening, because they thought all of the gifts and quit your job, you just stay at home, you raise the kids, I'm gonna do everything for you. They feel like that was the person of their dreams. And I'm gonna tell you this, I told this a long time ago to a man. I've had a couple men offer, not now, because hell, anyway, I don't know, men be scared of my ass now, but I've had men tell me, I'll pay your rent, I'll do this, I'll do that. Just stay home. I just want you home. That's not of what I found out, that I'm just talking from my experience, that wasn't a thing of, oh, I love you so much, I just want you to stay at home. I don't, because nothing was going wrong with my job. I wasn't complaining about it. It was more of a control thing. I took my husband up on that offer one time. One time I took my husband on that offer after I had our third baby. He said, just stay at home. What you going to this job for? I pay all the bills in the house. What are you doing? I said, you know what? I'm going to do it. And let me tell y'all what happened. I remember I used to go get my hair done every 10 days. My hair was long and down my back, long and free flowing. So I used to go get my hair done every 10 days and be getting my hair done every 10 days since I was in high school, right? So when he met me, I was getting my hair done every 10 days, even when I was in high school. When I stopped working, I remember I got my hair done, let's just say on a Monday, on a Tuesday. I decided to stay home that Monday. When it was time for me to get my hair done again, I went to him. I said, hey, I need my hair money, right? You want me to stay at home? You're going to take care of my expenses. I need my hair money. And he said, for what? Not too much on the hair. He said, for what? I said, my hair appointment. I go every 10 days. And he said, your hair fine. It look fine to me. What you ain't going nowhere, no way. I mean, you in the house with the babies. It's like, what do you need to go to the beauty shop for? Baby, who was back at work within 30 days? Me. Who was back at work within 30 days? Uno nuno. Okay? Never again. You hear me? Never again. I don't give a damn if my curls are still bouncing around town. If I go get my hair done every 10 days, that's what I do for me. And I'm not going to let you control that. I was back at work within 30 days. And he was so upset. I don't understand when you're going back to work. The babies ain't had to go out. Sir, if I got to explain to you why I need to get my hair done, when I've been getting my hair done since the beginning of time every 10 days, and now because you paying for it, even though he was literally allowed me to pay for it because I didn't pay for nothing else. Nah, we're not going to do that. And that was that. So let's go ahead with the thing. It says, make others dependent on you. To get rid of you might spell disaster, even death, and your master dares not attempt fate by finding out. There are many ways to obtain such a position. Foremost among them is to possess a talent and creative skill that simply cannot be replaced. All right. So guess what? I do this every time I read you. Now, it might not be on the first reading. It might not be on the second reading, because a lot of y'all go read get readings from other people. But when I tell you something, now you might have a moment when I confirm something somebody else told you. So you're like, oh, that's double confirmation. It's going to come to pass. But when I tell you something that you have never told anybody else, or just like today, y'all saw me allow someone's family member to come through, and that person confirmed, oh my God, that's my niece's dad. And for that person to come through, baby, y'all be hooked. Now, understand, I didn't do it because I was put on no show. I wasn't even planning on doing that. But when it come, I let it happen, right? Y'all was hooked. People like, oh, I got to go book right now. This, that, and the other. I possess a talent and creative skill that simply cannot be replaced. You hear me? Listen, the only way that I'm going to stop doing what I'm doing is if God sees fit not to allow me to use my gift. Or if I hear God's voice and say, hey, it's time to shut that off. Then I will not do, I will shut my website down. Honey, y'all want, if I'm on TikTok, I'll be on here doing a dance. And I'll be out here doing the dance. But as long as God allowed me to use my gift to help people, baby, I'll never be broke. You hear me? Too many people depend on what I have to say. Not in a bad way. Too many people trust what I have to say. Right? And I'm going to say this to say that. When I tell you something and it comes to pass, now you want more. This ain't nothing. Listen, let me tell you something. What I do is nothing but people can become addicted to it, and I tell people going about your business, you're doing too much. Huh? If you had right, and had unlimited wishes, baby, you had that, you put a chain on that bottle and wear it as a purse. You hear me? Again, I possess a talent and creative skill that simply cannot be replaced. Let's move on. It says, to make others dependent on you, one route is to take the secret intelligence tactic. By knowing other people's secrets, by holding information that you wouldn't want broadcast, you seal your fate and theirs. You are untouchable. All right. This is, you're talking about the mafia, right? You are untouchable. Somebody, you said I would. You said, how did I deal with it as a child and your parents? My mother never recognized it or knew it or whatever. I just seemed to always I always seemed to know what to do just at the right time. The only person I talked about it with was my grandmother. My grandmother called it discernment. She used to tell me I have a strong spirit of discernment, but my grandmother knew it was something else. But because she was so deep into the church, she threw herself into the church so much, she didn't want to say what it really was. So she would say, oh, you got a strong spirit of discernment. It was more than discernment. I be knowing. Okay? I be knowing. Well, no discernment. I mean, I do have discernment, but this is a little different. This is a little deeper than discernment. Your girl just be knowing. All right. But yes, that's how I deal with it as a child. I doubted myself for a long time. Real quick. I know I got to be over here in about 10 minutes. We almost done, y'all. I doubted myself not doubted myself. I just tried to create other excuses for it. I used to say when I could guess the song that was coming on the radio. Thank you, friend. When I would guess the stuff that was coming on the radio, I would try to use, I'm big into numbers, not numerology, but I like math, right? But when I could guess what song was coming on the radio, and I ain't just talking about one song, I'm talking about that song, the next song, I would say, well, it's probability. Right, it's probability. That's how I know what's coming on the radio. Right, it's probability. I wouldn't walk in because I really wasn't aware of what was going on. But yeah, I knew a lot of stuff. And that's just that. Up until June of last year, I gifts for nobody else. I always was that friend. You say every time you're in my live is 111, then you might want to look that up and see what it means for you. Every time my friends wanted advice, wanted to tell me something, I always had really good advice. And that advice really turned out to be what their future was, right? I have a couple friends now who came back and said, remember you told me my baby daddy was going to do this, that, and the other, and I argued you down and I didn't even want to talk to you. They said you did exactly just that. So God put me in a place in June. Real quick, then we're going to finish this, y'all, because we only got like 3 more things to talk about. God put me in a place last year in June. God has given me vision for every business I've ever started. Every business I've had all this written out back in 2015. The fitness business. This is not my first tax business. The coaching, the business buddy, everything that I'm doing, this was all God gave me this vision back in 2015, right? I used to have these big Post-it notes on my wall that had all the stuff. Just look up 111. Look up angel number 111. I had all the Post-its in my walls about what I would be doing, right? What I was supposed to be doing. In June of this year, God put me between a rock and a hard place. Was God what told me. He said, your gifts will provide for you. And I took it as that the businesses he was telling me about were the ones that I was supposed to be doing, not this gift. right? Because how can people take me? I said, are people going to take me serious? I don't use cards. Now, I ain't going to lie to y'all. I bought some tarot cards in 2021. I was experimenting with spirituality. I can say that. I was experimenting with spirituality, right? And I bought some tarot cards in 2021. Them tarot cards are still sitting over there. I didn't know what the hell them tarot cards, what to do with them or how to read them. I used to flip cards and look at the little book. I ain't got time for all that. I did the tarot cards. I do love candles. I tried candle work, candle magic, or whatever you want to call it, candle work. Now here's the deal about that. Candle work worked for me. Candle work always worked for me. Guess what? Then I realized one day I just stopped using the candles, and everything I wanted still was happening. I've always been a manifestation queen, but I just felt like that was about faith and your mindset, right? So when God put me in a place in June of last year to where the money from my other businesses had came to a standstill, and I said, I went to God. I said, God, I've done everything that you told me to do. I've done everything that you told me to do. Every from the name of the business to telling my story, I followed everything you said. What am I supposed to do now? I didn't feel like God was punishing me. I said, Lord, what step did I miss? Show me what step did I miss so I can go ahead and do what you need me to do. God said, your gifts will provide for you. I said, God, I've done everything you told me to do. He said, no, your gifts will provide for you. And I said, what gifts? Jesus, I know you're not talking about that gift. No ham, no Sam, no ma'am. People gonna be looking at me like I'm crazy. He said, your gifts will provide for you. So I got online at first. I got online, and I'm gonna tell y'all what I did. Because one thing about me, I like to be very true, right? Ain't nothing mysterious about nothing what I do over here. I got online back in June, and I bought this book. I don't know if y'all ever remember this, the Book of Answers. I had the Book of Answers. I bought the Book of Answers. I saw a lady working with it on TikTok, a white lady. You'll never see her face. The Book of Answers. And I said, I'm going to get on here and have fun. I already had a good following. I already had I think I was already answers. And I used to lay my hand on the book and say, oh, Book of Answers, like you would ask me a question. And I would say, Book of Answers, so what's such and such and such? And I would open it up. And it would say something like this one says, adopt an adventurous attitude, right? And we would be laughing and joking online. Remember the book? We'd be laughing and joking online. And it wasn't until one lady asked about her boyfriend. A lady came in the live and she asked about her boyfriend, about them getting back together. And I went to the Book of Answers, and of course, it gave some funny answer, and I gave it to her, and I told her, I said, yeah, and don't go eating no ice cream because we both know you lactose intolerant. And she said, what? She said, you said I'm what? And I'm just laughing and talking. And she said, how did you know I was lactose intolerant? I never said that. So I did not acknowledge her thing because I was scared. And so I went on answering questions. We having a good time with the Book of Answers. And another woman said something about, she said, what do you see in store for my son? And I said that, I said, yeah, I looked up, I opened up the book, told her whatever little funny answer was in the book. And then just as I'm talking to you, I said, your son gonna be okay. He's just gonna have to sit down for about 3 months. After that, he'll learn his lesson. Now, the woman, and understand, I didn't generalize her by her image. This was a white woman that looked like she owned a lot of real estate. And she said, oh my God. She said, I never told you my son was going to jail, and he's going to jail for 3 months. So then the crowd started going crazy. Baby, the comments started going crazy. People were like, oh my God, I thought we were just in here having fun. She really do be knowing. And it scared the hell out of me. People was like, how do I book with her? Like, I didn't go and watch some other reader and then come up with this plan. I was just on here having fun, right? Because I was scared to really show people what I could do. Because here's the deal. When you show people what you can do, especially people close to you, then they worry because they say, well, do she know what I really think about her? Come on, somebody. Huh? Then it became, do she really know how I feel about her? Because if she knows that, what else does she know? People started distancing themselves away from me. People started backing up away from me. And it became a lonely place. Real quick, real fast. Real quick. A lonely place. You hear me? So now, this is what February. Now we in the swing of things. I got a website. I mentor people. I do classes and stuff like that. But again, even after I give you this as y'all. And I don't know if y'all was on here. I don't want to talk about it because we've been doing real good. But some people who was on here with me last week witnessed an increase of energy. I don't want to say power, but an increase of energy, right? They witnessed an increase of energy coming from me. They felt it. The electronics was acting a damn fool, right? There's levels to this, right? So I handle it every day. I guess to answer your question, I guess I went all the way around the all around the mulberry bush and back, but I just take it day by day. That's it. That's all. Okay. What did Genuine say? I'm still the same OG. My butt not on, but I'm still the same OG, baby. Back to the book. So listen. It says to make others dependent on you. Okay. One route is to take the secret intelligence tactic. So by you knowing other people's secrets and hold that information, they don't want to broadcast it. You seal the fate with yours. You are untouchable. All right. Understand there's some people now that really don't like you, but you know some things about them. And the only way, listen, they ain't gonna get rid of you. They can't get rid of you. You know how I'm talking about get rid of you. You know what I'm talking about. First 48. So they have to bother with you so you don't tell their secrets. It says you cannot rest at ease and what good power if it brings you no peace. So when you have power or when you have power over somebody because of the secret you hold, understand this. If they want to get rid of you by any means necessary. They might want to get rid of you by any means necessary. So that's not a good tactic to have. It says fear you can't control, love. Okay, let me say this. One last warning. Okay, one last warning. Do not imagine your master's dependence on you will make him love you. Come on, somebody. One last warning. Come on, ladies. Hey, and gentlemen. One last warning. Do not imagine that your master's dependence on you will make him love you. In fact, he might resent you and fear you. But as Machiavelli said, it is better to be feared than loved. You hear me? It is better to be feared than loved. Now, let me tell you what Coach Misty say. Coach Misty says, I'll take loyalty over love any day. You hear me? When I'm in a relationship, I take loyalty over love. I will take a man being loyal to me before he falls in love with me, because you can love me and still cheat on me. You can love me and still stab me in my back or my front. I will take loyalty over love any day of the week. I'm married. I would marry somebody first for loyalty, and we can learn to love each other along the way. You hear me? I don't get married for love no more. I'm getting married for loyalty and health insurance. You hear me? Loyalty is everything. You see what I'm saying? When a man is loyal to you, can't nobody say nothing about you. You said tit and went to gavel. His boys can't talk about you. Can't no woman come and say nothing about you. His mom ain't gonna say nothing about you because he is loyal to you. He is loyal to the situation. You ain't got to worry about no wandering eyes because he is loyal. You see what I'm saying? Loyal. See, when it comes to love, love is a little trickier, huh? Because the person can love you and not be in love with you. That's where some of y'all messing up right now. You with somebody who loves you but not in love with you. But you hear the word love and you run with it. You hear the word love and you run with it, right? There's only one way to be loyal. One way to be loyal. That's it. Love, I can love you. Yeah, you know, you said you can grow to love somebody. But loyalty, I'll take loyalty any day of the week. All right, y'all, let's finish this up. It says, fear you can't control, love never. Depending on the emotion as subtle and changeable as love or friendship will only make you insecure. Better to have others depend on you out of fear of the consequences of losing you than out of the love of your company. I'm going to say that one more time for the people in the back. Better to have others depend on you out of fear of the consequences of losing you than out of the love of your company. You hear me? It says, make people depend on you. More is to be gained from such dependency than courteous. Okay. He who has slaked his thirst immediately turns his back on the well, no longer needing it. When dependence disappears, so does civility and decency and then respect. Huh? How many of y'all that had them kids when kids get to smelling themselves? I don't know if maybe it was just me, but I remember when my oldest son, when my kids got their first job, I didn't go through it with my third daughter, but when my kids got a job that they could pay like their own little stuff and buy their own little clothes and their shoes, I noticed a change in the level of respect. They didn't need me so much, right? And that's the thing I want. They feel like they didn't need me because I pay my own cell phone bill. I get my own hair done. I got my own lunch money. I might have bought me some school clothes and they got beside themselves, right? But my thing is, I remember one exercise I did with my oldest son and daughter because they had lost their everlasting minds. I said, let's budget your check. Let's find a 1-bedroom apartment. Let's find a 1-bedroom apartment in the area of the high school. And let's see, do you make enough money to go pay rent somewhere? Because you're talking to me like you make rent money. And I remember, so I made them find them an apartment. Them fools thought I was going to let them split an apartment. They can move out in high school because they both had jobs. And we did the budget. And when I took the money that they made from their job, and I talked about the rent, the bills, the utilities, and everything that goes, in addition to feeding yourself, having transportation, because if you ain't in mama's house, you won't have to catch the bus. Mama not going to come pick you up. Mama, you can't drive mama car no more, right? Because you're on your own. So I'm going to need you to have your own. And when I went down the line and I did that exercise with them and they realized that you do not have enough money to make it out here by yourself, they had to pipe down. Okay? That's something y'all need to use from y'all kids. It says, when the dependence disappears, so does civility and decency and then respect. The first lesson which experience should teach you is to keep hope alive, but never satisfied. Keep it even a royal patron ever in need of you. Baby, this book said keep hope alive and never satisfied. Not too much, Robert Greene. Keep hope alive and never satisfied. That's what some of these people got y'all in the chokehold. These relationships got y'all in the chokehold. Huh? Keep hope alive and never satisfied. Some of y'all women, I tell y'all, stop taking these men straight off the street. Y'all get these men straight out of prison, straight off the street, and you give them everything they have. It's the only way you're going to keep that man. Listen, if you get a man that ain't got nothing and you give him the world, the only way you're going to keep him is if you continue. You're going to have to give him the planet, the stars, and the moon. You got to keep that stuff up. You got to keep him away from other women who can do the same thing for him. So you can't keep him around the group of people you hang around with, some established folks, because another woman might say, well, she bought you a car, but I buy your car and a truck. Okay. And then he gonna hop, hippity hop over there to where he's got to go. Another way, if you got a man that you done took out of prison, off the street, or whatever the case may be, you know this man is really beneath you, but you gonna make him into something because you lonely as hell. You can never let that man keep a job. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna hang up. When I was dealing with this man that was married, I didn't know he was married at first. Well, I mean, I could have stopped dealing with him when I did find out he was married, but I became a relationship consultant. So when I was dealing with this man that was married, every time that man would go and get a job, he had been in prison 3, 4, 5 times. His wife knew that. She's a well-known therapist here. That's too much of her business. She's a therapist here. And she got her a good old jailbird. Okay. Every time that man got a job and tried to do better for himself, she would book them a vacation. His story gonna be in my book. She would book a vacation. She know he loved to travel. That's how she got him, by taking him places he had never seen before. This man is from DC. This man really ain't been on no cruises and all that kind of stuff. He didn't even have a passport before he met her. She got him by taking him to all these lavish trips. Their damn marriage was in the Bahamas. You hear me? And every time that man went to go get a job on his own, because he didn't have a problem with working, he knows, done with the marriage. Like, hey, I don't even know why I married a woman. She gave me this stuff, but I can do something better and I can do different. He ain't been no bum. He just ain't had a mentality. His record was so dirty, he couldn't get no real job. Not no good paying job. So the jobs he would get, he said, I'll work 2 jobs if I have to, but I got to get away from her. I got to go and get my own place. He said, my peace of mind, I'd rather sleep in a 1-bedroom somewhere instead of a 5-bedroom house just to have peace of mind. Every time that man went and got a job, you know what she would do? Book a vacation. Every time. Man be on a job 30 days. She'll come back and say, oh, we going to Greece for 2 weeks. Call off your job. Knowing damn well one no job gonna give him 2 weeks off and he just started. So what would he do? He would end up quitting the job. She said, oh, we get back from vacation, you can find another job. He would find another job. She let him work there about 6 weeks. All of a sudden, we going to Mexico. We going on a cruise. I watched it happen. He got caught with a DUI. I ain't never seen nobody with a DUI have to go to an inpatient rehab. That was her suggestion. The man got caught with a DUI. Matter of fact, he was driving drunk trying to come to one of my comedy shows. Not too much of no boy. He was actually on his way to one of my comedy shows and got caught driving drunk, right? Or not driving drunk. He had an open container. When they went to court, he could have just paid a fine, had his license like not suspended or something like that. She said he wants to go. She told him, if you go to an inpatient rehab, you will be able to keep your license, right? She had him go to an inpatient rehab. The inpatient rehab, now they already live an hour away from like civilization, from a major city. She found an inpatient rehab 30 minutes from where they lived at. So now he's 90 minutes away. He don't know nobody where he at. And the only people that can come visit him in this inpatient rehab is his wife. That's it. You see how that worked out? Huh? And then when he got out of it, now what was so funny, because he wasn't supposed to have a phone, but he had signed up for school and he had to use his phone for the internet. Now here's the deal. I didn't want that man because he's a cheater. I don't want him. But he would call me. From the rehab place. He's like, come out here and tell him you my sister. I will not, shall not, and ain't. Well, then he said, as soon as I get out of rehab, he said, I'm coming to see you. He said, I've been stuck here for over 30 days. Oh, he said, I got to manifest. Okay, friend. Listen, when that man got out of rehab, guess who showed up at the rehab place? His wife. Guess what she showed up with? 2 tickets to Vegas. As soon as he got out of rehab this morning, that afternoon, they was on a flight to Vegas. She said, I bet you won't. Reversal. It says the weakness of making others depend on you is that you are in some measure dependent on them. The weakness of making others depend on you is that you are in some measure dependent on them. But trying to move beyond that point means getting rid of those above you. It means standing alone and depending on no one. Listen, if you can corner the market, so much better. So that's the reversal. It says when you make others dependent on you, then you are somehow dependent on them, right? But when you get to the point where you want to get rid of them, now you have to stand alone. You really have to show how independent you are. Okay? All right. So hopefully you got something about that. Now, tomorrow we will not be doing law number 12. Tomorrow we will be reading from The Psychology of Winning. We're talking about the top 10 qualities of a winner. So remember, we're not doing law number 12 starts on Monday. I'll be live from Mardi Gras on Monday for the 48 laws of power on Monday. We'll start with law number 12. And then the psychology of winning will be tomorrow. Let's go ahead and manifest, y'all. Let's manifest. I'll go ahead and get to this dentist appointment. I'm gonna have to run up out of here. Ready? Whatever. Hey, you didn't miss it, but friend, we about to go. Whatever it is that you want to manifest today, whatever it is, listen. I ain't about to give y'all no parameters on what to manifest for. You know what you want. The only thing I ask is that do not manifest today for what you asked for yesterday, because in doing so, you show no faith that it is coming. I'm gonna say that one more time. Do not manifest today for what you asked for yesterday, because in doing so, you don't show faith that it is coming. Okay? All right. So let's go ahead, breathe in, breathe out. We're only gonna breathe in and breathe out twice, because I think we got some A1 day ones on here. We ain't got a whole bunch of people like we had yesterday. All right. So let's ready. Shake it off. All right. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Hold it. See it. Believe it. And know it. And release. Now, on the count of 3, I want you to manifest to me. You ready? 1, 2, 3. I hope y'all felt that. I did. Look at that, baby. That light make a difference. Damn, I went from glam to damn. One more time. Glam out to yikes. All right, y'all. I hope y'all felt that. Thank y'all so much for everything. I'm about to run to the dentist. And you felt the breeze? Good. I should have some new teeth in my mouth when I come back. And you said, and did. First of all, hey, don't do that. Don't do that. I'm still cute. Now, the light don't make me cute. It just illuminate my beauty. I'm about to hang up. Bye, y'all. I'll see y'all tonight. I don't even like, ma'am. You know what? I don't even like you no more. Okay? She didn't have to say it like that. Y'all, make sure y'all